So guys, welcome back once again. Victory is getting close for Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu will definitely be released, and his release is getting sooner and sooner. Like I keep telling you guys, God is at work because this man called Nnamdi Kanu is a prophet, and things are now beginning to go his way. Yes, I must say that things are beginning to go Nnamdi Kanu because now a lot of people are now coming in, stepping in, intervening and demanding for the release of Nnamdi Kanu because they feel that he does not deserve to be in detention. What Omotosho did was never right. Now, the news I have for you today, because I always bring you the news you've all been wanting to hear, and today's case will not be different because the ICC have now set to punish Omotosho over Nnamdi Kanu's declined prison transfer request. As you all know, Nnamdi Kanu made a prison transfer request to be removed from the prison, but Omotosho had to decline it, and this action shows that he does not want Nnamdi Kanu to be released, and he wants Nnamdi Kanu to still remain in the prison. That is what the action means, because he knew what he was doing when he sentenced Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment using a repeal law, a law that does not even exist. I don't know who does that. But now the ICC have now found a lot of fault, and they find several judicial errors leading to the unlawful conviction of Nnamdi Kanu and the illegal sentencing of Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment. Now Omotosho will be set for his punishment. Because I told you guys that Omotosho cannot go scot-free. Despite everything he will do, he will never go scot-free for sentencing Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment. A man that just wants the betterment of his people just had to sentence him to life imprisonment on no account using a repeal law when Nnamdi Kanu had no case to answer. He just had to sentence him. For life imprisonment. The judgment, he will face his punishment. Omotosho will face his punishment. So guys, without wasting much of your time, there are several video clips that will be displayed on screen. Watch this particular video to the end, and when we are back, we'll get into full details.
Have you people seen a 1 million march before? Have you seen where 1 million people march for a cause they believe in? You never see, and you will never know the impact. But if I must tell you this, 1 million march in any part of the world, will attract a global attention without lobbying, global attention. And it shouldn't even stop there. I should believe that at this point in time, any lover of freedom should actually have free Nnamdi Kanu with his picture. If you're a true Igbo man, I am telling you, with his picture in all your social media profiles, and you think it doesn't make sense, it actually makes sense. I want you to know that globally, when people challenge the reality of corrupt bad governance in any way, they are actually tagged as terrorists and they are charged with treason. Same thing with what happens to Madiba. But what liberated Madiba? What liberated Madiba was the fact that people that believe in his cause and his ideology actually stood till he was released. But I don't want the Igbo people to go this way, to actually look at the fact that he needs to stay this long. But let's look at it. Shey Igbohu was pardoned recently. Igbohu was pardoned recently, Abi. And the Gumi are actually advocate of negotiation with bandits like Bello, Turji, and whatever, and the rest of it. And you motherfuckers are sitting down. And if you tell me what is the excuse here, there is no excuse. The Igbos have all the capability. 1 billionaire that is not even a politician, I am telling you, can feed the whole of the Igbo land for 1 million match. 1 billionaire can feed the whole of Igbo land in the spirit of 1 million match. But you will never do that. You will think that the politicians are actually trying to ensure a situation where there's dialogue or whatever, whatever it is. The fact is, what Nnamdi Kanu stood for was something that would deprive these politicians of their power. To actually be actually sitting down and actually be capitalizing on the ignorance of the people. So if you think that there's something in the pipeline, Nothing is going to come out of these politicians. And what am I telling you? Am I calling for anarchy? I'm not calling for anarchy. But the fact is, you people have all the resources. Test this, put this to test. Have a 1 million march and see if Al Jazeera, CNN, BBC, every other will not be interested in this without lobbying. Without lobbying. But if you think that there's an easy way out of this, the next thing is when I talk now, one lawmaker will tell you, say, no, come out. The federal government get plan to kill you. But the fact is, everybody is dying gradually. Not just the Igbos, everybody is dying gradually in Nigeria as a result of incompetent governance and lack of rule of law. And
to my brothers and sisters in Biafra, you must know there is so much work going on in the United States of America and around the world with literally, of the people I know, hundreds of people, just myself, reaching out to my fellow parishioner in my home church of St. Gertrude, J.D. Vance, the vice president, to all the many hundreds of people reaching out to so many people. You must know this $9 million that has been wasted on lobbying efforts in D.C. is going to be worthless because it's not having an effect. The word has gotten out. People know that Mozzie is innocent. People know about the abhorrent genocidal type efforts that are happening to you in Biafra. And I promise you, good things are happening and about to unfold. Evans?
Well, my brother, I tell you, they may have the money, but we've got the truth.
Amen.
And truth will trump money every day. What's happening to Nnamdi Kanu is atrocious, and there is no amount of money, there's no amount of lobbying that is going to hide the truth. We are working feverishly every day, walking the halls of the Congress, making sure that every lie they tell is counteracted by the truth. And the people are listening because the truth is usually clear. If you can't believe someone because they've told you a lie, how can you believe anything else that comes out of them? Remember, this whole idea of Christian genocide was something that is non-existent. This current government covered it up. 3 weeks ago, they covered it up. 2 months ago, they're lying about it. If they lie about that, they're lying about everything else. You cannot believe whatever you've heard regarding this innocent man languishing in jail. He needs to be out. He doesn't belong there. And the truth, and only that, will set all of us free, including Nnamdi Kanu himself. We will not relent. We will not relent.
Amen.
Will not relent.
Amen.
Whatever it takes.
And no, the proof, you saw the proof in both the truth sent out by the President of the United States and what happened on December 25th. And people all over America. Just an hour ago, I held hands with friends down the street and we prayed. And you continue to pray as well, because with prayer and the truth, nothing will stop justice from being done.
Amen.
So guys, welcome back once again. Now let's get into full details. As you can see on your screen, International Court has formally ordered the arrest of Omotosho over a series of grave violations of international law, judicial ethics and fundamental human rights. The ruling represents a decisive step in the global effort to enforce accountability, restore confidence in justice systems, and reaffirm that no individual is above the law, regardless of position or influence. For years, Omotosho has been at the center of intense legal and public controversy following widespread allegations of judicial misconduct, abuse of authority, and deliberate violations of constitutional and international legal standards. Civil society organizations, senior legal practitioners, and international human rights bodies documented repeated patterns of actions that allegedly undermined due process and the right to fair trial. Among the core allegations presented before the International Court were that Omotosho issued rulings in violation of binding constitutional provisions, disregarded superior court decisions and international legal obligations, authorized or upheld prolonged and unlawful detention of detainees, acted with political bias, thereby compromising judicial independence, denied defendants access to fair hearing, legal representation and timely adjudication. These concerns prompted formal petitions to international judicial bodies requesting intervention where domestic remedies were considered ineffective or deliberately obstructed. After a comprehensive review of evidence, including court records, sworn affidavits, expert opinions, and international legal standards, the International Court found that there were reasonable grounds to believe that Omotosho bears personal responsibility for serious breaches of international law. In its detailed ruling, the court held that 1. Due process was systematically violated with clear evidence of denial of fair hearing and arbitrary judicial conduct. 2. Judicial authority was abused with decisions issued in bad faith and inconsistent with established law. 3. International treaties were breached, including conventions on civil and political rights and protections against arbitrary detention and judicial persecution. 4. The right to liberty and fair trial was gravely compromised, amounting to persecution to judicial means. So guys, you can now see that Omotosho is now set for his punishment and you have to pass through it because he deserves it. So guys, I would love to have your take on this in the comment section. Do well to tell me what you feel. Always leave a free Nnamdi Kanu in the comment section or freedom for Nnamdi Kanu. Like this video, share this video, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button and turn on this channel notification bell so that you won't be missing any trending update about Nnamdi Kanu.